Hello guys. Well, welcome back to another episode of It Pricked. It's a rose by yours truly, none other than dorriswanyagia. So it's yet a new week, almost a brand new month, because by the time this video is airing, it's just some days to November. The year is coming to an end, and we are here almost sitting down to analyze our achievements and to analyze what we said to do at the beginning of the year, how far we've come and how far we are going. You know, at the end of the day, even if you're checking how far you've come, you also have to see how far you're going. And yes, so in today's episode we are going to be talking about should we really care about what people say, or should we not care about what people say? So in a lot of people's opinion, like most people believe that you should not care about what people say, which I somehow support, but I also somehow object. So you should you really care about what people say about you? I think the answer is yes. You should care about what people say about you, because if we perceive you as a rude person, I can't give you an opportunity, you'll be rude to me. If I perceive you as a very hardworking person, I'll definitely give you an opportunity, because I know you'll work your ass off to deliver the deliverables of a certain task. So I'm here telling myself that as much as we put ourselves in the mindset of people, and we are here telling people out here that, you know what, I don't care what you think about me, I'm doing myself, and I don't care about your reviews. I think it is important that we care about the reviews of other people about us, because at the end of the day, if you sit down, unless it is rumors, if you sit down to introspect what people are talking about, or what people are saying, you'll find out that these factors are actually the truth that is going on. These are the things that are actually happening in a daily to daily basis about yourself. If we feel like you are a lazy person, and you decide to tell yourself, you know what, just you people continue thinking that I'm a lazy person, I don't care about what you're saying, I'll continue doing me, and you continue being lazy. It turns out that it was actually the truth that you act like a lazy person. At the end of the day, I won't give you an opportunity as a lazy person. Yeah, so we should actually care about what people say, and what we should actually care about the perception of people towards us, as long as it is a gospel truth. Forget about the rumors, forget about the people trying to ruin your reputation and trying just to spoil your name. Just like at the end of the day, it is for you to analyze that, is what they're talking about the truth. If it is the truth and it is not a positive comment, you work on it so that it becomes a positive one, and it becomes something that can build you instead of destroy you as a young or as an old person, because at the end of the day, you know, your visions, your beliefs, and your value are governed by the values. Your vision, your beliefs, and your value are governed by the values that you hold. If I hold myself in high esteem as a very productive person, as a very outgoing person, as a very good things for myself, it means that my vision will be greater, and I'll believe these things in myself. I think I've ever talked about the same, about believing in the things, believing in you and knowing what you believe in, so that you push yourself in such conditions. At the end of the day, it's for you to live up to your skills, so that even if you're recommending a person, we recommend you. You know, some people try to shy away, and they don't talk, like their light is dimmed down to a certain category where they never show out and up who they really are. These are people that are very talented, but they fear coming out to the public, in fear of people what will people think, what will people say? You see, it all comes back to what people, should we care about what people say? I said at the beginning we should, but now in this case we should also not, because if you believe you are who you are and you work hard, like you know your skills, you know I'm a very talented person in this particular area, I know how to do this skill properly, but you get in an environment where that skill is required, but because you're fearing that you'll come up and you'll dim a light of someone else, you fear showing up your skill because you're feeling like, if I show it out, what about this other person who also does the same? I'm certain I can outshine her. What about her? Let me just cool down and not show my skills. My dear, my sister, my brother, like, be you, do you for you, you know, like you won't be competing with each other. There is no way they can ever be a replica of a certain skill, of a certain person. They might be good at what you do, you will be good at what you do, even if it is the same. It is not similar in terms of the way you do your things will never be the same way another person does their things. So don't shy away from coming up in places and saying that I also can do that. Let me show you what I can do. Actually, I can help you who are doing this certain task. I'll help you so that at the end of the day, it is done well, it is done beautifully, because we've collaborated, two of us, people who know what they're doing. At the end, the result of it all will be something very beautiful. It also then that means that at the end of the day, working with people, like working with networks, if you only close yourself up and you don't want to interact with people, it means that even if you're a good person, like you impeccable in your delivery of skills, without the others, it will never be like the best, because I have something different I bring to the table. We might all be podcasters, we might all be photographers, but there is a certain skill you possess I do not possess, and if we work together, I tell you about my skill and you bring yours to the table, it means these are two superb skills were combined together, will bring to something better, something more beautiful, like you, more than you even ever thought. So it is up for us to also now find the right people to network with. I was saying the other day, like, you can't blame people for giving jobs, giving connections to people they know, because for instance today, I as dorriswanyagia decide that I want my podcast to grow. I want to now get an editor, an outsourced editor, and an outsourced team to shoot for me. I mean, I won't go. I'll take the people I know who are good photographers or videographers, or I'll ask someone I know, please look up for me a good videographer and a good editor. They'll definitely give me their friends, because it's their friends they know that are also videographers and photographers. But if only my network is concentrated with a certain group of people, for instance, let me take this, like I only know farmers. It means even if I ask a farmer, the best they can recommend, actually they'll give me the best, like the most superb farmer, because they're also farmers, like they know each other in their arts. But if I want a videographer and a photographer, I'll ask a fellow photographer or a fellow videographer to look for me up someone, because I'm sure they're able to assess the skills. So it is for you to know the kind of people you interact with. If you're in a certain field, find your community, interact with it, work with it. And that is how you realize some people, like, they'll find you in a certain market and defeat you, not necessarily defeat you, but get ahead of you, go to places you've not even gone, yet you've been in the industry longer. Because you might be a stage theater actor, you're aspiring to be an on-screen actor, but you only interact with yourself with, you only interact with who, you only interact with people who are not on screen. How will someone on screen ever know you? But even if you don't have that high job in on screen, you're just a subcast, or even a videographer or photographer, so just doing something slightly related to on screen, and you get to know the community of people on their own screen. It means with time, they'll also with time, you'll also get a chance to showcase your skills. The other point now comes here, like you should not fear to showcase your skills. You remember the part about skills, you now bring them to here. You're in the right network now. Bring your skills now to the right network. You'll find yourself on screen. But if you don't, it means you'll end up just staying in theater, complaining there are no jobs in theater. I want to be an on-screen. The cast directors are always discriminating people. They never give new talents chances. But if this person is probably very young, they are not even a new, they are a new talent, but they don't seem like a new talent because they've been working with this community. We've already seen them being given very minor roles so many times, and they've been taking them such that when the big ones come, it's not a big deal. Like you feel like I've already known this person, like they are not even new talent, but they're new talent. They're new talent. Only that they've already learned the art of interaction, the art of networking, Like networking does not necessarily mean such a big thing, like such a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just as simple as who is your community, like which people do you interact with, depending on what you want to do. There's no way I'll start that. I'll decide that today, or from today onwards, I'll only be working with what? Let me see. I'll only be working with friends who have ventured into farming yet. I'm venturing into podcasting, and for that matter, my podcast has nothing at all to do with agriculture. I'll become a very good person in agriculture. I recommend for you the best farmers, the best seeds, the best fertilizers, the places to get the cheapest fertilizers, but I won't be able to get to where I want because I'm not working with the right category of people. And that is like just what networking means. I don't love, okay. Let me not use that, but I just don't appreciate people complaining with that fact, because I think it's the people you interact with. Like, change that and give yourself a ear. You'll wonder, like you'll be surprised where you would have gotten. Yeah. And like finally at the end of the day, doing things for you is for you. Like we should learn to invest in ourselves. If you're still starting to venture into a certain industry or want to excel in it, you invest in yourself, like in matters skills, like take up, these days there's so many online courses that you can take on absolutely anything, like on absolutely anything that you wish to perfect your craft on. You can take an online course and you'll be able to perfect it. Because someone was asking, like at the end of the day, if we subtract material for you from you, like everything material of yours, we remove it from you, what remains of you? Like what can you do if we remove material? Like, do you have the skills? Do you have what it takes? Do you have a great personality? Can you charm and get more opportunities for you? Or without material, are you nothing? Like, it is for us to make ourselves valuable and viable anytime and any place, and the only way to do this is to up our skill game, to ensure that even if whatever happens, like even if we take material away from you, you're such a great personality, you're filled with skills, that someone will just be like, I want that person, I want that girl to do this certain activity for me, because she can, because she has proved she has that skill and she's doing it perfectly. And I think that is basically it, that at the end of the day, we should learn to network with the right kind of people, invest in you in terms of your skills, and don't fear away from showing what you can do, fearing that you'll dim light of another, because there's nothing like dimming light of another. We can all coexist in this world, and everyone has a role to play. You just know how to do it. You just perfect you so that you don't become irrelevant, and you're able to find a gap where to fill in the earth. And yeah, network with the right people, build your skill, have big beliefs, believe in yourself, have a big vision, and ensure your value system is very strong, so that at the end of the day your values can stand for you and can talk to you, and can talk for you. And I think that is basically it for this episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of It Pricked. It's a rose we use, truly none other than dorriswanyagia. Please don't forget to like this channel, subscribe for more content, and don't forget also to share it. Help me to grow this podcast. And until next episode, thank you. Adios.